Welcome back to Hochman Fabrication and Speed. I'm Ben Hochman. We're here working on Sarah's Mustang. If you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, be sure to check those out. We finished up a Pan-hard bar and a rear heavy-duty torque arm, and we're just getting ready to do the Mustang's full exhaust system. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and like. We specialize in building race cars that look as good as they perform and showing the process of fabricating components and setting you up for success if you like racing. So be sure to join us. Let's go ahead and get this episode started. All right, so to get started on the exhaust here, since we just recently installed some new headers, we've got to install the studs, and then we're going to be using Vibrant Performance gaskets and also 2-bolt flanges to work off of the manifolds to build our exhaust system. So I'm going to throw in the studs into the new manifolds, and then we'll get started mocking up and building the exhaust system. Stick around. Well, there you have it. Got these down pipes completed, or whatever you want to call them. They come right off of the manifolds and then lead down to where we're going to build an X pipe now. So still got to put this last O2 sensor in, but figured I'd just hop on the camera and show you guys where we're at. Pretty straightforward from here, and yeah. So next thing we're going to do is build the X pipe and make our way back to where the mufflers will be. As you've seen, we got to the point where we've built everything all the way back to where the mufflers are, and we've got the mufflers hung. So everything fits really, really nicely. I've put the car back on the ground and test fitted everything. And now we're working on the exhaust tips. And I've already done one side. I didn't do coverage of it because I'm gonna show you guys coverage of me building the other side. This is really challenging, and I really needed to focus instead of worrying about moving the camera around, so excuse me for not demonstrating on the first one, but this gives you an idea as to what challenge I'm up against right now. So what Sarah requested was she wanted a full 3-inch exhaust, which means I had to get it around the pan-hard bar, so full 3-inch exhaust with a pan-hard bar. Then she's also got a 10.5-inch wide tire, or wheel for that matter, and then a 315 tire. So there is very little space to work with here. Luckily, I was able to put my skills to the test, and we have made it happen with plenty of clearance. And I'm also using another polyurethane bushing on the rear here to help keep things extremely rigid. It's important that this thing doesn't move very much at all up or down because the clearances are extremely tight. I'll give you a little bit of a tour here. So what we do is we come over the gas tank with plenty of clearance. It's hard to get the camera in there, but we do have plenty of clearance. And we've got to go over the pan-hard bar, which we have very tight clearance. And I'll show you, this thing isn't moving between the polyurethane bushing that's here and then the polyurethane bushing that's on the top here. This is not moving at all. I mean, you can't have it going up and down because you don't want to hit the pan-hard bar, and you don't want to have it going side to side, potentially hit the gas tank, or up and down over here for the bumper. So everything's extremely rigid. We've got good clearances on everything. And man, what a challenge to get around everything. So I know she's very happy. I sent her pictures and some video showing the coverages of it last night, and pretty much through the woods on this one. I've just got to finish this other side, which I'm going to show you guys right now in a series of shots. And then we have to take this thing around the block, let the suspension and all the stuff settle, put the pan-hard bar on, because this is what the instructions are telling us to do, is don't put the pan-hard bar on until you put it on the ground, drive it around a little bit, let things settle. Then install the pan-hard bar, adjust it, and then she's ready to go. So we'll get this exhaust system wrapped up and of course give you guys a sound clip of it. I'm excited to hear it. I know she is. So let's get this going. Well, there you go, folks. Everything's all finished up. New headers, new custom exhaust, pan-hard bar, heavy-duty torque arm. I think that's it, but I don't know. It all came out really good. It is really tight, and even talking with Ed, who's like, it can't be harder than Sinclair. Well, guess what, Ed?
This one was harder. Sinclair was definitely harder when it came to the cutouts and all that stuff up front with the turbo system, but given the not parallel geometry on this vehicle, along with all the other obstacles that were not only on it but added to it, like, I don't know, maybe this heavy duty torque arm bar, crossbar, and this giant heavy duty torque arm on the bottom of the diff and the Pan-hard bar. Yeah, this was tough, but we managed to make it happen. All that's left to do now is pull out my purge plug and hear how this thing sounds.